And what I find scandal is that Europe, who is opening the door for Ukraine, and the European Council is not even capable in such an urgency to decide to send a number of anti-missile systems to Ukraine.
The new mobilization law has been officially passed by the Ukrainian parliament. What implications does this hold? For months, it has been evident that Ukraine must mobilize additional personnel to compensate for losses in current units, rotate those that have not been rotated, and establish new units. The previous system was deemed unfair and ineffective, necessitating an update. Observers have questioned the prolonged delay in passing this crucial law during an urgent situation. It's important to note that Ukraine is reliant on Western aid, and while Western production is steadily rising, it still falls short of meeting all requirements. Ukraine faced obstacles in mobilizing without assurance of the necessary resources for training and equipping troops, thus diminishing some of the urgency despite the pressing demand at the front. Additionally, the somewhat unpopular law led to some hesitation among MPs. Syrski's military audit was a pivotal step in enhancing the efficiency of deploying forces, consequently reducing the required number of mobilized troops. This effort is integral to fostering a fairer system. Today, the law was successfully voted on and will be enacted 1 month after Zelensky signs it. This development was absolutely imperative. The new law brings significant changes, including the substitution of conscription with 5 months of basic military service during peacetime and 3 months during wartime. Furthermore, the law mandates basic military training in colleges, commencing in 2025. Moreover, there are various penalties that can be imposed on those who evade the draft or violate military registration regulations, such as a temporary ban on leaving Ukraine, asset seizure, and a driving ban. The law passed by Parliament today is undeniably essential, yet contentious, as it prohibits the discharge of long-serving soldiers from the army, causing frustration among many troops and their families. It's important to note that this does not imply an absence of rotations. Flooding in Russia hits Kurgan along with Russia's only BMP manufacturer to go underwater, reports Defense Express. There, evacuations have already been announced from areas that are sure to go underwater, and at the highest level, the water will flood most of the city. This is evidenced by official maps from the local city administration. The territory of Kurgan-Mashzavod Manufacturing Company is the most interesting in this situation because it is the only Russian manufacturer of new infantry. All BMP-3 and BMP-4 fighting vehicles are manufactured there, and airborne fighting vehicles. On the map of flooding forecasts, its area is within the 12-meter mark. All hopes of the city authorities are on favorable natural circumstances. The peak of the water rise is expected by April 14th, and the French President Macron is starting to back the talk about helping Ukraine with action. Macron aims to accelerate the transition to a wartime economy. He stated that, in the long term, we anticipate a geopolitical and geostrategic shift, with defense industries assuming an increasingly significant role. He also expressed criticism of the United States, emphasizing that, unlike them, Europe cannot simply abandon Ukraine, given its proximity of 1,500 kilometers. France is set to construct Europe's second powder plant, with operations slated to commence in 2025. France has tripled its production of Caesar artillery, providing significant assistance to Ukraine. Additionally, France plans to dispatch 100 kamikaze drones to Ukraine this summer, along with 50 hammer bombs each month. France will also increase the production of missiles to enable the Ukrainians to conduct deep strikes. While more actions are necessary, this marks a promising beginning. Merci, France. EU Parliament refuses discharge of the Council budget until European Council decided to support Ukraine with additional Patriot anti-missile systems.
Today, because today I have to tell you I'm that sick of what is happening in Ukraine. That sick, why? Because as you have all seen the last 20 days, there are these numerous attacks by the Russians on the ordinary cities of Ukraine, hospitals, power installations, apartment blocks. And what I find scandal is that Europe, who is opening the door for Ukraine, and the European Council is not even capable in such an urgency to decide to send a number of anti-missile systems to Ukraine. There are in total, Mr. President, Mr. Borrell told us that 100 of these Patriot systems in Europe. And they ask 7 to protect their cities. And we Europeans, we invite them to come to the European Union, but are not capable to do so. And my proposal to you, Mr. President, is that we in any way, all these discharges of all these institutions, 55 in total, that we put them on the next agenda in Strasbourg. And before we don't discharge them until the Council, who can easily make an agreement on that, do a meeting to deliver these 7 Patriot systems to Ukraine. At least the discharge of the Council, at least I propose that the discharge of the Council is withdrawn off the agenda. Thank you very much.
Russian propagandists are again threatening Europe. We are trying to change the future of Europe, which means 200 to 250 million dead and maimed Europeans. That's the price of nuclear war.
Мы хотим изменить будущее Европы. Но настоящее вы себе изгадили, господа европейцы. Вы выбрали, в конечном счете, вот этих дебилов, которые вами руководят. Но мы пытаемся изменить ваше будущее, которое означает 200-250 миллионов убитых и покалеченных европейцев. Вот такая будет цена ядерной войны. А между прочим, американцы, ну что, а им-то что? А им ничего, им нормально. Да, ну дойдет там облако какое-то, а может и не дойдет, может в океане, да, ну и так далее. Но, к сожалению, все наши попытки включить европейцам мозги на сегодняшний момент, они ни к чему не приводят. Но надо, по-моему, отбросить вот эту ложную нашу деликатность, что нет, европейской ядерной войны не будет. Нет, она будет, и надо об этом говорить прямо. И надо прямо говорить, какие европейские города превратятся в пыль, и какое количество жертв будет после попадания 5-6 ядерных боеприпасов по городу Парижу. И так далее. И каждый европеец, например, я бы сделал так, каждый европеец свой почтовый ящик должен получить от нас открытку. Да? Вот его дом, вот куда, вот военный объект НАТО, вот куда прилетает, вот что останется от его дома. Надо вбить в голову каждому европейскому обывателю, что он тоже может погибнуть. Потому что европейский обыватель последние 60 лет жил в полном ощущении, что вообще-то он бессмертный.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.